Welcome back, guys. I'm Zell, and today we're doing another Drinkin' and Thinkin'. I didn't warn you about the 9 seconds that time. I hope you got your drink. Anyhow, we're going to do sharp news real quick, so buckle in and hang on. We've got the Kershaw Natrix goes rainbow on us. All kinds of different colors. Check out the story at Knife News. Links for everything are in the description. Emerson does butterfly knives and battle axes. Yes, battle axes. Like really battle axes. Anyhow, the butterfly knives are cool too. And if you're interested in the butterfly knives, get over there, read the article, and talk to Ernest Emerson and his crew, because they are trying to figure out which blade profiles to put in general production runs of those butterfly knives. And they want your input. They want to figure out what's most popular so that they can get it right. Lots of new stuff from we at Blade Show. We have a Knife News written article that you'll want to go see. Got some good pictures there. And Blade HQ did a video, and we're going to do a video. We've got several of them on the desk here. Not going to do that video today, but we'll get a quick look at some of them. And Blade Show coverage. If you didn't go to Blade Show, there are some places that you can get some good coverage. The Truth About Knives has several articles up, and there's a link in the description. Staza23, of all the YouTubers that went to Blade Show, Staza is the one that got out there and took video and got it uploaded. He kicked all our butts, and go over there and watch his videos. He even made them short. They're like 1 to 5 minutes, and so quick snippets on each of the different blades and different companies, and he just kicked butt, guys. So get over there and subscribe and watch some of Staz's videos. He's a really cool dude, and we're going to have some scales in from him here pretty soon, and he's very skilled at making these things. It's really cool. Anyhow, Blade HQ, of course, has several videos over Blade Show. The others, well, I don't know where the Blade Show coverage went. I looked for it. Blade HQ was the only one that really had some decent coverage. And Kevin Cleary has a Blade Show wrap-up, or top 10 Blade Show something. Sorry, Kevin, I don't remember. But it was a cool video. You want to go watch it. And for our regular videos, we have Simple Little Life with Tool Time Tuesday. And Jeremy goes through a really cool set of pliers that I'm going to have to buy a couple sets of. And if you're at all interested, you should go watch. And whether you're terribly interested or not, Jeremy makes the videos great. And Kevin Cleary went through the Olamic Swish. It's a cool new knife from Olamic that's kind of hard to get your hands on. Buddy of mine, Seth's been trying to get his hands on one for a few weeks now and has failed miserably. But Kevin got one, and he's got a quick look at it. So you want to get over and check that out. It's a pretty cool knife. And Cedric and Ada Gears and Outdoors went through a corrosion test with H1, and I can't remember the other steel. It was one of the M series steels that's supposed to be highly corrosion resistant. So get over there and check that out. I have not watched the video yet, but I'm putting it in here because I trust Cedric did a good video, because he always does. And Love Them Knives has an overview of the Megatherium from Elijah Isham. And that is a knife that whenever I first saw it, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. But buddy of mine, Seth, bought one, and I got to mess with it some, and it's a really, really, really good knife. You're going to want to check it out. Everything I've seen from Elijah has been beautiful. Now, anyhow, you guys have asked for my thoughts on Blade Show, so we're going to go through it really quick. And I know, guys, I am going to leave names out. I'm going to leave people out, and I apologize, because Blade Show was just this mass sensory overload for me. I was not expecting the reception that I got. I was not expecting the reception that Todd Knife and Tool and We Knives got. It was, seriously, guys, sensory overload. Whenever we left on Sunday afternoon, my wife took the wheel of the car, and I didn't wake up till we were in the Smoky Mountains, because I was absolutely exhausted. It was just unreal. Anyhow, the thing about Blade Show that made it super special was not the event organizers. If you want to know more about that, go watch Nick Shabazz's Blade Show review. He's spot on all of that. It was great that they set it up and we got to go, but anyhow, go watch his little review. It's not little, it's like a half-hour long, but it's well worth your time. And the thing that made Blade Show awesome were the people, the makers, the business owners, the exhibitors. And why I'm saying it was awesome. First day of Blade Show, before the doors even opened, I walked around the corner from the Wii booth and I spoke to Liang Ma. And I don't mean I said, "Hi, Liang, how you doing?" We actually had a conversation. And it was cool. I can't talk about the conversation yet. That's one of the skunk work things that you'll see in the future. But I talked to him about one of the projects that we're kind of working on, and he was really cool and really forthcoming and helped us out. It was beautiful. Toshi Barusha, superstar of the knife industry, the guy that designed the Future. And yes, I know I ripped the Future, and Toshi and I talked about that. But it was really cool that Toshi was just a super cool guy. The guys over at Gavco, Mike, really cool. Marcin Sleesh, I still can't pronounce his name, but he's an excellent, excellent gentleman. The guys over at Wicked Edge, Clay, Ross, and Clay's family, super cool. I got to meet Knife Collector 031 from the Netherlands, Hank. In fact, there's even pictures of us together, and I'll get some of that up on Instagram very soon. And I got to meet the Birds and Nick, both Nicks. Yes, that Nick, and the other Nick. And I got to meet the guys from Blade HQ and Knife Center, and got to hang out with Steve over at Nova Blades, which really cool guys. And of course, we got to take our Todd knife and tool stuff to Blade Show. And I got to hang out with Elijah Isham for quite a while and get some serious talk about knives, the world, and it was just cool. And that's what made Blade Show. Were there a lot of knives on display? Well, of course there were a lot of knives on display, and they were a beautiful thing. But that's not what it was about. The knives are a reason for everyone to get together. The knives are a reason to have the conversations. The knives are the background of what's really going on. And it's just a beautiful thing, guys. If you get a chance to go to Blade Show, do it. It is a community that whenever they get together are having fun, sharing information, and it's just awesome. I don't know how else to say it. And there's several people that I'm sure I missed. The guys over at KME, even the guys at Microtech and Medford and Spyderco and all of them. Everyone was great. I didn't run into a single person that was a jerk in person. Even Lynn Thompson was there, and Lynn Thompson was cool. He's over the top just like he always is, but he was a nice guy. So, anyhow, that's my take out of Blade Show. And I know that doesn't have anything to do with knives, but that's what I took out of it. It was a sensory overload with the way the people were, all of them. Everyone was so cool and shared information and just had a great time. And then you got the knives on top of it. And, anyhow, if you get the opportunity to go to Blade Show, do it. It is well worth your hotel bill. It's well worth your flight or your drive to be there. And plan on it being a super experience. You don't have to bring a lot of money to buy knives. Just get yourself there and enjoy it. Anyhow, we're going to go quickly over the stuff we have here on the table. Well, some of it. This is here from another video that I just finished. But you guys know this guy. It's an XM18 working finished bronze. We'll set him aside and bring this guy back out. And what we have on the table in front of us, let's see. Move that guy away. We've seen him before. These are all either one-off or prototypes. And let's just go through them. This one isn't a prototype. This was a purchase I made at Blade Show. Was a Bodega knife I never thought I would purchase, but once I put my hands on some of the customs and some custom glimpses, and then talked to Mark about the bodega a little bit, and the other guy, sorry buddy, I still can't pronounce your name, starts with an M. It was really cool, and whenever I got this guy in my hand, in fact, Seth and I both bought one of these, and it's just a beautiful knife, and a very good carry knife, believe it or not. Kind of a weird thing. Anyhow, we'll get into this one at some point in the future. And now on to the prototypes and one-offs. Okay, we'll start with the most EDC-ables. This is from Uli, and I can't remember his last name. I apologize, sir. But this is a We Knife Company prototype. Says it right there. And this is going to be a great EDC knife. And I'm not going to get into the details. If you look real close, you're going to see some cool things there. But this one should be coming sometime this year. And it's going to be a super fine EDC knife. And a really cool design, too. You know, it's got kind of similar lines to up across the top to a 0770, except maybe a little better. And slightly different blade shape. Got that Wharncliffe with the rays on it, and whenever you're cutting things, that little rays on the Wharncliffe is super cool. Anyhow, moving on along, we have another Simon Craft model, and now look, I went and flipped it open already. Look at where that flipper tab is. Okay, that does two things for you. You get this thing in your pocket, and you've got a nice, pretty smooth backside of this knife. But it gives you more torque for flipping. And this guy flips really good. And this is a prototype from from Simon Craft. One more thing, look at this blade. We've got a compound grind, but look at that edge. It's uninterrupted. Very, very well done. Very, very nice. A lot of times those compound grinds get goofed up. We'll look closer at that one another day. And we have this one. This one got affectionately called the Sea Monster while we were at Blade Show. And hopefully that name sticks. And that is another thing. Some of these, not these two, but this one and the next two, if you have an idea for a name for this knife, put it in the comments and I will get it to Joe and Angel over at We Knife, and who knows? You might have picked the name for a new knife. But anyhow, this one got called the Sea Monster. Got kind of a Persian appearance to it. Very, very nice. Different style of pocket clip that we'll get into whenever we do the review. And just a very nice knife. And in the same vein as the 618, the 702, 704, we have this one. It's a thumb stud operated knife, and it is a right hand only knife. But we have this design across the handle. And to those in the know, we know that's a We logo. For those that aren't in the know, it just looks like some cool crosshatch. So I really like that. It's got a great action on it. We have kind of your standard EDC blade with a zero grind for the secondary bevel. And just a very straight up knife. A little bit different for We. Just nothing super elaborate or stick out on you. And it's gonna be a good one for those office carry things. And look where that pocket clip comes out. It's gonna be nice and deep carry. And got our little roller back here for our lanyards. And this one also, I keep seeing Bob Lum whenever I see this one. And maybe some of his influence was in it. But we've got, on this one, we've got the new spin on the We logo. And we've got a Bob Lum style blade. Just a beautiful thing. That big, I say Bob Lum. Ken Onion does a lot of these too. Big kind of whale-shaped blade, swedged up there. And if you look closely, there's some other interesting things about this knife that we won't talk about till we do the review. But they should make old Nick Sabaz happy. Anyhow, alright, I know. Nope, I'm not going there yet. This is a one-off that Elijah Isham sent with me. And guys, this thing is massive. I mean, seriously. Check that out. Let's set it down here. We'll move some of these out of the way. Look at that dude. You know, let's see. We'll put it up against an XM18. The XM18 is a 3.5-inch knife, heavy duty knife, pretty good size knife. This thing's a pocket sword. Anyhow, there are two more there. I know you saw them, and you're fussing at me because we haven't gotten to them yet. So, the Elijah Isham Zeta. Look at that. Carbon fiber, titanium. And this is the prototype. It's not the production model. Production models will hopefully be out later in the year, closer to Christmas, fall time frame. But that is going to make a great EDC knife. It ticks all my boxes, and it's just a beautiful knife. And we'll talk more about it whenever we do a full review. And then, I know, the Eschaton. This thing. Oh my goodness. Now this is a 2-piece handle. In some of them, we're going to have some carbon fiber here. And various different blade finishes, of course. And different colors. This happens to be the flat one. There's another one that has a shinier finish on the titanium. And just look at that blade. Multiple grinds. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but before we do the review, I'll use it a little bit, and we will find out. But this is the Isham Blade Works Eschaton. And personal opinion, that one should have won Design of the Year. It didn't. I don't remember who did, and that's my fault. I should know, but that is a super cool knife. And anyhow, guys, we're going to cut things here. I'm not going to go into the question of the week. We're going to do that in a separate video. But you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.